Hello and welcome to the video. Today's race day, and if you've not seen the previous videos, race day is the day where I'm doing a bike race, so I'll call it race day to remind myself that I'm doing a race. Now, it's my first mountain bike race today and I'm absolutely petrified, and it's absolutely hammering it down outside, so I've no idea how this is going to go. This will be my first interval session since cyclocross season finished. All I've been doing is sort of long, steady rides, trying to get back into it, and this is going to be an absolute baptism of fire, mate. So as you can see, I've had a good sleep, so I'm feeling fresh, so wish me luck. This will be the first race that I'm doing on my new mountain bike, the Trek Caliber. Very excited. So the only thing I'm concerned about is these tyres. They're very much a dry pack tyre. They don't really have any side knobs or anything, so I've already slipped a bit on corners and going up slippy hills, and like I say, it's absolutely hammering down today, so we'll just see.
Storm Gareth will bring with it severe gales, high waves, and there will be some travel disruption.
Apologies about last week's episode. I was supposed to have a coached mountain bike session, however unfortunately Storm Gareth, I know right, my own bloody storm, meant that the session got cancelled. So here we go, this is the final part of my mountain bike newbie series. Hope you've enjoyed it.
The race is 2 hours, 2 hours plus a lap. I think you can do 20 minutes if you want.
Who's up for 20 minutes?
If you do decide to sack it off and drop out, let us know so we're not searching in the undergrowth for you later on. On my whistle in the next 30 seconds.
And we're off. Come on, here we go. First mountain bike race. Now, I purposefully didn't do a warm-up for this race because I wanted to stay in that sort of relaxed mindset where I wasn't going to try too hard. But of course I instantly regret that, don't I? One, because it is a bike race and you can't really do a bike race relaxed. And secondly, because we're coming up to a massive hill and I was not prepared for that. My heart rate, well, just my body just really struggles. That's the big thing about doing a warm-up is it just helps you adjust for those first few efforts. If you don't do a warm-up, then you really suffer because your body just goes into shock, and that's what happens to me here. Just sort of weaving my way through the crowd here a little bit, but again, trying not to go too hard, because in my head I'm just thinking, it's a 2 hour race, it's a 2 hour race, it's a 2 hour race. Now this is sort of Suicide Hill, and this is where it's quite similar to a cyclocross race in that getting a good start really helps, because look how everyone is just getting in each other's way. As I think I just fell into that guy in the neon jacket there, sorry mate. Yeah, and then everyone's running. Anyone riding by this point is just a bit mad, really. It's a very steep hill, although after the first lap I did manage to ride it every single time, which I was fairly happy with. So like I say, this is my first mountain bike race, so I'm trying to be a bit chilled. I've not been doing much training, so I'm just trying to relax and not go too hard and just be aware that, you know, there's no point in going hard now because in an hour's time you'll be knackered. Now then, what comes up must come down, and I've ridden this, see that trail on the left, I've ridden that trail when I've been round the park myself, but just going straight down, I've never done that before, and you know, that guy gets in my way there, but I'm getting in other people's way as well all the time. It ended up being just as quick to run it, because there were some real steep drops there, and you get stuck in them proper bog style. It was good fun, but in the end it was just far quicker to run it, and it helps save your brakes as well. I ended up running out of brake pads about halfway through, literally couldn't brake, it was insane. really good fun, but I think it happened to everyone as well. Everyone's brake pads were just absolutely destroyed. So yeah, we're off the single track and heading into a bit more off-road stuff now. And yeah, it was very interesting sort of doing my first mountain bike race. Very different to cyclocross in some ways. Obviously it's twice as long. So in a cyclocross race, normally I'd have my heart rate at about 173, 174 average, with my maximum heart rate being like 182. Whereas in this race I'm trying to aim for about 160 BPM, something like that, as a manageable figure. In the end it turns out I didn't quite go hard enough, but you know, you live and learn. Lots of people started to sort of overtake me as the laps went on, and I kept on saying, no, don't chase him, don't chase him. You know, you're taking it a bit calmer. Come on, Gareth, you're taking it a bit calmer. And also, obviously, I'm thinking I want to survive this race. I don't want to go too hard, but I don't know. So in terms of tyre pressure, I've gone a bit conservative here. I've got 30 in the back and 28 in the front. So I'm probably a few PSI higher than most people, if not quite a bit higher. But I just thought, like, it's awful weather. I don't want to be farting about with the puncture. I don't want to have to did not finish. I want to just do this race and get it out of the way. So I'll run the pressure a bit higher. I did not have good grip because I'm already on quite sort of non-aggressive tyres anyway. It's had shocking grip really. I slid out quite a few times, but there you go. So this river crossing was really good fun. Really good fun. Lots of brake squealing, sorry about that. So it just turned into a proper like river. Normally this is just like a very calm stream, but it just has been raining so hard that the bike almost got washed away when you were crossing it. So it was really good fun. I think some of the people actually rode that, which is just mad. I don't get that.
Wow. Cool.
So I wanted to talk to you about my nutrition as well. So like I say, normally a cyclocross race you don't eat or drink anything. I'll have a gel before the race starts and that's it. Whereas today I've got 2 bottles and I've got 2 gels with me. So I took a gel just before the start and then I was trying to make sure that I drank 1 bottle per hour. However, one problem was it was that muddy that your bottles got absolutely covered in mud. So I ended up having to sort of try and spray it in my mouth without touching the bottle. It was absolutely disgusting. And then I had my second gel at about halfway through the race, and that was perfect actually. It's perfect energy release. The other thing that I struggled with in this race was just the psychology of it. One thing I really like about cyclocross is you can just sort of go all out, like it's a real, like you're just in it. You can't really relax. You just don't relent. You just go for it, go for it, go for it. Whereas when the race is it ended up being 2 hours and 20 minutes for myself. You cannot go all out for 2 hours 20 minutes because you'll die. So you got to kind of pace yourself, and physically that's fine, but mentally I really struggle with being sort of on and off. I'm a bit like that when I'm training as well. I like to do either a long, really relaxed session or like a really intense all-out session. I struggle with sort of 2 hour kind of efforts. Oh, as you can see here, these 2 lads are attacking me. Again, perfect example. I'm thinking, don't chase them, just stick to your own pace, blah blah blah. And yeah, I never saw them again, did I? So this was a really fun sort of technical section. It's hard to see on the video, but you're basically riding on a very small rut right in the middle. Everywhere else it's just sort of tree roots, and it was really slippy to ride over them, so you had to be really careful. And as the laps went on, this got more and more tiring doing this, but that's part of the skill of it, isn't it? I had to get my inner Nino Schurter out and remember all my core work I've been doing.
And it resists rotation.
Now we've got a slippy downhill here, and that's going to lead into a sharp left-hand turn, and like I say, I've ridden these trails before, so I know what's coming. Unfortunately for a couple of these riders up ahead, they don't see what's coming. Yikes. Yeah, so there's stone slabs there. Some absolute sadist or masochist, I can't remember which one it is, put stone slabs on a mountain bike trail. And when they're wet, it's winter like it is now, they're so slippy, it's ridiculous. So they decked it, and then see this bit here, whoa, on the wood there I almost decked it, very close, even though I know it's there. So I've fallen off many a time on those trails, I've headbutted trees, the whole shebang, mate. One thing that was really cool about this race was like the volunteer marshals, they all were cheering, and I feel that always has such a positive impact on me. I don't know about you, but when I hear people cheering on the sidelines and stuff, it makes me want to really go for it. This was about a 2-minute long climb here, real drag. This is normally what I'm riding up on the way home. And again, I'm trying to pace myself. This guy attacks me and I'm like, oh, I'll see you in a bit, mate. And again, I don't see him in a bit, do I? Because out of sight, out of mind. So once he's attacked off the front, I relax a bit and blah blah blah. I just got my race tactics completely wrong. So this is a really fun downhill bit. I absolutely love this. But I've not done this on my mountain bike before. So normally where you have to be quite conservative and get your foot out, here you can just really go for it and go straight down this hill as the guy in front of me nearly loses it. So yeah, doing that at the end when you had no brakes was really tough. So I've only got one lap for you, unfortunately, of this race, and the reason for that is about 2 or 3 laps into the race, a British cycling marshal who was just helping out for the day decided to confiscate my GoPro. It was against regulations, which is a real shame because I've got full permission from the race organiser to show this video. So yeah, sorry about that, it was really annoying. I had to stop midway through the race and have this bloody argument with this guy, very annoying. So all I can do is apologise and say I'm sorry British Cycling, I'm really sorry about promoting the sport. So anyway, the results came out and one result said I came 38th and another result said I came 46th. This is out of like 150 riders, I think, something like that. So we'll say I came 43rd, I don't know, whatever, doesn't really matter. But it was a really, really fun race and I hope you've enjoyed it. I'm going to be doing some more mountain bike races as well. So I've got 2 really exciting videos coming out. I'm doing a Paris-Roubaix special where you can win some tyres. And then I'm also doing a hill climb race in Sheffield where we're racing up 7 hills. It's called the Magnificent 7 and I'm going to have a full video of that as well. So yeah, if you haven't subscribed already, make sure you do that and have a nice day.